Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati, Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tenarude Sivane, Putri Nattavarkum Nereva, Putri Thiruchitrambalam, எடுக்கும் மாக்கதை இந்தமிழ் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ் செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள் இருத்துவாம் உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து ஓதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம் சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறை செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் இவை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் இம்முயிர் துணையே தில்லைவாழந்தனரை முதலாக சிறுபடைத்த தொலையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகையடியார் பதம் போற்றி ஒலையவர் புராணகதை புலகரிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்துள் செக்கிழாரடி போற்றி ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தம் மணிவோம் பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து கூடிடுமே திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to Periyapuranam Discourse series. Today we are here to think through the wonderful history of Srimad Thirugnanasambanda, part 12. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Deva Thirugnanasambanda and also to the 57th pontiff of Kudamutti Kalyanapuri Adina, Shri Brahmasinanam, Shri Rajasaramanikvasa Swami as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started with Srimad Thirugnanasambanda history. So part 12, right now Thirugnanasambanda is in Tiruchiyur. He's doing his 6th pilgrimage. During the last session, we covered the pilgrimage for Nayanar temples and other Tondainadu temples, where in Tiruvattur he also converted the male palm tree to a female palm tree. Thirugnanasambanda visited Sri Kalahasti and had a great darshan of Kalahastishwarar and Kannapanayana. Now he is in Tiruchiyur. In Tiruchiyur, Thirugnanasambanda composed a lot of Deva hymns. Tiruchiyur is all, probably you may recall the moment we hear Tiruchiyur, immediately we recall the great Shiva devotee Sangli Nachiyar, who got married to Sinambi Arurar. We're going to discuss that once we start Puranam. So Thirugnanasambanda is now in Tiruchiyur. And then now there's another devotee in Tirumailai called Sivanesa. So he lived in Mylapore. He was a very generous merchant living in Tirumailai, and he was a great devotee of Shiva, and he loved serving the devotees of Lord Shiva. He had amassed a large wealth by doing his business honestly. He lived a life devoted to austerities, and he had a beautiful daughter named Pumbavi. Such a beautiful daughter. And Pumbavi was very intelligent. She was as intelligent as Saraswati Devi and as beautiful as Lakshmi Devi. So Sivanesa Chettiar, he was determined to get her daughter Pumbavi married to Thirugnanasambanda. Sivanesa Chettiar always considered Thirugnanasambanda as his guru, and he wanted to give his daughter to his guru. So he not only his daughter, he wanted to offer all his best possessions that he earned so far. So she was brought up in a house built for virgins called Kannimadam, very carefully, because since he already decided that she should be getting married to Thirugnanasambanda, he wanted to make sure that he protects her carefully. Unfortunately, Pumbavi Thayar got bitten by a poisonous snake, and then Sivanesa Chettiar became very sad, and he asked all the senior doctors in that city to cure her daughter, but no one could do anything. Eventually, she died. So neither medicines, mantras, tantras, nothing could save her. Pumbavi died. However, since he wished to give his daughter to Thirugnanasambanda, he, after her death, after performing the final rites, He kept her bones and ash in an urn and kept safe. One day, Thirugnanasambanda Swami would come. We will at least hand over the bones and ash to Thirugnanasambanda Swami. She belongs to Thirugnanasambanda Swami. So he kept that. This happened several few years ago. And now Thirugnanasambanda Swami into the what to you. The message comes to Sivan Chettiar that Thirugnanasambanda Swami has come to the Uchu. Then he decorated the path from Thiruchiyur to Thirumailapur, complete decoration. And he made a roof all over from Thiruchiyur to Thirumailapur for Thirugnanasambanda Swami to come down. See the level of Guru Bhakti he had for Thirugnanasambanda Swami. Thirugnanasambanda Swami came, and then he reached Thirumailai with his disciples, and then he had a great darshan of Lord Kapalishwarar and goddess Kapahambal. And then he came to know the story of Sivan Chettiar and Pumbavai Tayar. And Thirugnanasambanda Swami asked Sivan Chettiar to bring the urn that has bones and ashes of Pumbavai and keep it, ask him to bring it in front of the temple. And Thirugnanasambanda Swami prayed to Lord Shiva. And he composed a wonderful Tirpadigam, Devarahim, starting with Matita Punne Kanan. It was composed in Sigamara tune, second Tirumari. Let's also sing that song along with Thirugnanasambanda Swami and pay our obeisance to Lord Kapalishwar, Chittambalam. மட்டிட்ட புன்னயம் காணன் மடமயிலை கட்டிட்டம் கொண்டான் கபாலீச்சரம் அமர்ந்தான் ஒட்டிட்ட பண்பின் உருத்திர பல்கணத்தார்க்கு அட்டிட்டல் காணாதே போதியோ பூம்பாவாய். He kept Pumbavai name at the end of each song. When Thirugnanasambanda Swami completed the 10th song, the urn broke into many pieces, and Pumbavai just stood up alive. She looked very beautiful and had a stunning appearance, stunning structure. Everybody got shocked, surprised, excited to see this miracle. So a bone, he just had bone and ash, and that just got broke, and now the Pumbavai is back alive. Pumbavai immediately fell at the feet of Thirugnanasambanda Swami and Sivan Chettiar. He was not very excited. He was excited because Thirugnanasambanda Swami was able to give her daughter back to Thirugnanasambanda Swami. That was his only excitement. So he requested Thirugnanasambanda Swami to accept his daughter and marry her. And now Thirugnanasambanda Swami refused very firmly, stating, "As I gave her life back, now she's more like a daughter to me. I'm her father. You can't say that. I can marry her. Don't say that." And then Pumbavai Tayar again went back to Kannimadam, thinking of lotus feet of Thirugnanasambanda Swami. She spent the rest of her life in penance and easily reached the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Thirugnanasambanda Swami continued his pilgrimage further. He visited Thiruchitrambalam, and then finally he came to his Atmartha Swami, Thoniyapar, Srihari. He reached Srihari. As always, devotees of Srihari, the Vedic Brahmins gave him a befitting reply, a very warm welcome to Thirugnanasambanda Swami. Many devotees of Shiva, Lord Shiva and Nayanmar visited Thirugnanasambanda Swami in Srihari. And now Thirugnanasambanda Swami has reached 16 years, at the age of 16. And then his parents, the great Sarvada Urudayar and Bhagavadiyataya, wanted to get him married. It's a time he must get married. And then Thirugnanasambanda Swami initially refused, saying, "This is he gets that it's the standard Vaidika rules. One should get married, but this is not applicable for him. Thirugnanasambanda Swami is different. He's a jnani. He's not a trivial human being." But finally, he had to give in to their constant demands. In the meantime, also Thirugnanasambanda wanted to make sure that his followers, the upcoming generations, also follow his path, making sure that they also get married and follow the dharma, the marriage dharma. Then they decided to look for a better bride, and they finally decided the daughter of Sri Nambanda Nambigal from Nallur Perumanam would be the best fit for Thirugnanasambanda. They selected that as a suitable bride on an auspicious day and time um, um, selected for the marriage. The invitations were sent out to the relatives, Shiva devotees, kings, everywhere, family, friends, all over the world. And then Lord Shiva devotees started arriving in Sri and Nallur Perumanam 7 days before the wedding, because it's usually 7 days of celebration in our Dharma. So all the arrangement went ahead in full swing in both in Sri and also in the Nallur Perumanam. Especially in Nallur Perumanam, the whole venue was decorated with arches made of pearls, toranas of mango tree leaves, garlands of fresh flowers, and tall roofs, beautiful pictures, rows of shining lamps, burning bright, colorful designs drawn on the floor, rows of sparkling gold pots filled with holy water. Just the whole city got decorated and getting ready for Thirugnanasambandha's marriage. The rituals of the wedding were started at the auspicious time. All the protective thread, which they called kapunan, was tied on the wrist of groom, the great Thirugnanasambandha. And then the groom party started from Srihari, reached the wedding hall in Nallur Perumanam. It's right next to the temple. There was a wedding hall. That's where the marriage was planned to happen. And Thirugnanasambandha traveled in his pearl palanquin gifted by the Lord of Nalvail. He got down of the pearl palanquin, and then Devadundubis blared along with many other auspicious musical instruments. Vedic Brahmins were chanting Vedas and gave Thirugnanasambandha a holy bath, Tirumanjanam, and decorated him with white silk clothes, bangles studded with carbuncles, rows of stringed precious gems, pearl ornaments, bracelets of pearls, holy thread, punul, rows of pearls, diamond rings, anklets made of pearls. Everything is pearl for Thirugnanasambandha. He had pearl umbrella, pearl palanquin, and now during his marriage as well, everything is pearl, muttukar. Thirugnanasambandha sat under the pearl umbrella on a seat made of gold, a golden seat, and then the bride was also decorated. The appropriate rituals were performed for the bride to get ready as well, and she was decorated like Lakshmi Devi herself. Now the bride and groom sat in the wedding hall. The bride parents did the Kanika Danam by pouring the Tara water as it has been prescribed in Vedas. And then the bride and groom held their hands and went around the fire in the Homakundam. Nayanar was performing all the fire rituals and also the marriage rituals. Suddenly, Thirugnanasambandha, he just thought about for a second the desire for the life at higher level, the next level, afterlife, mukti, surged in the heart of Thirugnanasambandha. He really had no wish to be tied down in this samsara life like us and others, trivial human beings. He prayed to Lord Shiva, "Hey Lord, this is the time to reach your lotus feet." He composed a wonderful song in Trinallur Perumanam and prayed to God to take him back to Kailash. Thiruchitrambalam, let's also sing that song along with Thirugnanasambandha. Thiruchitrambalam. Kallur Perumanam Venda Kalumalam Pallur Perumanam Pattumeyyai Tila Sollur Perumanam சுடலரே தொண்டர் நல்லூர் பெருமணம் மேயனம்பானே. He composed this wonderful Devara hymn, and then everyone gathered there also reaped the benefits along with Thirugnanasambanda. The moment he completed the Padigam, an unending illumination appeared in front of them, with an opening forming an entrance by the blessings of Lord Shiva. A voice was heard from the sky, none other than the voice from Shiva. Lord Shiva said, "You and the devotees, all others who came to this marriage, may reach my lotus feet by entering this illumination." Devotees, see, what a miracle! The illumination lit up all the three worlds. And now Thirugnanasambanda composed his last pathiyam on this earth. Kadalagi kasindu kannir palki. Let us also sing that song along with everyone singing. Thiruchitrambalam. காதலாகி கசிந்து கண்ணீர் மல்கி ஓதுவார் தம்மை நன்னெறிக்கு உய்ப்பது வேதம் நான்கினும் மெய்ப்பொருளாவது நாதன் நாமம் நம சிவாயவே. Such a great Panchakshar Tirupatiyam. He told the people, devotees, Nayanmars, rishis, sannyasis, tapasvis, everybody gathered in that marriage. All of you may enter the illumination to put an end to the birth and death cycle, and then reach the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Everyone that were, all the people who were present in that marriage happily entered the opening and the illumination. Nayanmars, Nayanar, Nilakanda, Padanar, Nayanar, all of them entered the illumination. Subhadar there, Bhagavadiya Thayar, and all the devotees of Sri Kali, Puranam, entered the illumination. The wedding guest entered in it. Servants, cooks who were working in this marriage entered in it. All rishis entered in it. Finally, Thirugnanasambanda was holding the hands of Periyapuranam, his wife, wonderful wife, and both of them, thinking of the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, entered the illumination. And when Thirugnanasambanda entered, the entrance of the illumination got closed. And Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati appeared on Nandi-Devan, gave a great darshan to Thirugnanasambanda. And Thirugnanasambanda, Thotrapuranambigai, along with all of the devotees, reached the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Everyone who had the good fortune of being present there reaped the benefit and reached the lotus feet of Lord Shiva quite easily. That's pretty much about the history of Thirugnanasambanda. It took literally 12 sessions to cover Thirugnanasambanda Puranam. We did not cover everything. We covered the story, his history at a very high level. I would strongly recommend devotees to spend some time going through the Thirugnanasambanda Puranam in Periyapuranam, phrase by phrase, and enjoy the bliss of Thirugnanasambanda. So it's his Devara hymns and his lifestyle that would guide us to reach the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. And I thank you, all of you again, for listening to this, watching and listening to this wonderful Periyapuranam Discourse series. So with this, having completed Thirugnanasambanda history, we're going to start with Brahman Srimad Airgun Kalikava Nayanar Puranam from next class. So when we say Airgon Kalikyo Nayanar Puranam, we're going to be talking more about Srimad Nambiyarura Swami. 400 plus songs in Airgon Kalikyo Nayanar Puranam. Around 90% phrases cover the history of Srimad Sundarabhuti Swami. So we will be talking about the great history of Sundarabhuti Swami in the upcoming sessions. And then at the end of Airgon Kalikam Nayanar Purana, we will cover the history of Airgon Kalikam Nayanar as well. All right, having said that, let's close this class for today, and we will think through again next week. Thiruchitrambalam. என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகுமேல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்துள்ளோம் மூங்கிலர் மன்றுளார் அடியார் அவர் வான்புகள் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவே உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். வேத நெறி தழைத்தோங்க மிகு செய்வ துறை விளங்க பூத பரம்பரை பொலிய புனிதவாய் மலர்ந்தழுத சீதவள வயற்புகலி திருஞான சம்பந்தர் பாத மலர் தலை கொண்டு திருத்தொண்டு பரவுவாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். எம்பிரான் திருஞானசம்பந்த சுவாமிகள் மலரடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. ஹரஹர நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. சித்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம். திருநாளுடைய சிவனே போற்றி. எந்நாட்டோர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருநீலகண்டம்.